here. So this assignment for the week carries on from last week's. So remember last week where you started the legacy research project? You, hopefully all of you did the first assignment where you were to watch the slideshow, the copy of the footprint, and you each got a copy of this. And you were to watch, I highly suggested that you watched a couple of these slideshows just to figure out these people's legacy. What footprints did they leave? What things did they do? How did they touch people? How did they touch, did they write things? What did they do to touch people's lives, to leave their legacy to the world? So we talked about that. The last slide is what was, you were to type in to define, show me that you understood what legacy was. All right, and you were to fill in each box. So if you needed help with that, just let me know. Then you were supposed to choose a person that you were gonna pretend to be, that you are going to research and determine their legacy. What things did they do? Maybe awards that they won, maybe books they published. What did they do to leave their footprints in the world? All right, do they have a monument? Do they have a statue after them? What do they have? Here's a list of legacies that you could have chosen from. You don't have to choose them. They could be fictional characters from a movie or a book, or they could be real. And then this was your research paper that you were to fill out. Now I said you don't have to turn this into me. You could have kept it and then turned it in this week with your presentation. So make sure you use reliable sources and pretend, remember, you're going to use the pronoun I because it's first person. So you were to fill in these boxes of after reading information about them, okay? And if you can't fill in every box, it's okay. Just down at the bottom, there's some extra boxes that you could fill in that had other facts that you thought were interesting. You don't have to fill in every single box, but most of the boxes. So if you don't know, like, I don't know what they can't stand. Well, just think of something. Have they talked about, like, in their things, what things they didn't like? Do they like, and do they hate injustice? You know, that kind of thing. Okay. So this is like notes. So you don't have to have complete sentences. It doesn't have to be all fancy. But you probably want to spell names correctly. If there's names or places in there, make sure they're spelled correctly so you don't have to go back and keep looking. Okay, so this is something that can be turned in this week as well. Then from your notes, this is the assignment for this week. So there's only one. I've only created one assignment to give you extra time on this. So you're going to use the other form as a guide. You have a choice. You can make a slideshow, and you can make it fancier. I just did the basics. I made a copy for all of you. Take out this underline here. Don't leave that underline there. Just make it all fancy. Put the name of the person on there. And then notice I have the I, right? It's in first person. What are you most famous for? Okay, then you're going to type a few sentences. And you don't have to use this heading. I'm just giving examples. I'm taking the headings from the other document and I'm putting them on here. Okay, choose the ones that you want to use. And if you want to do more, if you found out some more amazing things about them and you want to add slides, that's totally fine. But this is the minimum, okay? So then you need to explain in a couple sentences, what are they most famous for? But you don't have to use that heading like I said. So these are the other ones that you can. I just put on the last one, my legacy. All these things, though, are kind of legacies. Like what they're famous for, that's their legacy. So this is an example of one of the titles that you could use. All right? Like, do they have a statue of them? What do people do in honor of them, right? Do they have a holiday in their honor? That kind of thing. Or what do you think or maybe what do you think they want to be known for? Maybe they have all this popularity, all these great things, but maybe they want to be known for, I can't remember the name of the actress. She's an older one. You probably don't know her, but she was a famous actress long ago. And she made a lot of movies. She did a lot of fabulous things, but she, after she quit acting, she kind of quit acting at a younger age. What a lot of people don't know, was she went over to like Africa and other really poor countries and worked and donated her money to the poor and gave her time to do that. And that's what I believe that person's legacy really is service, of giving to the poor and the needy and the homeless and that kind of thing. And I think that that's what she really wants to be known for, is those things. Okay. So again, it's your own opinion. So you can do this. There's a rubric down below right here that kind of you can look at and see what I'm looking for. I know it only says 16 points, but I'm doubling it. It's 32 points. Or if you want to do another one of these one pagers, we did that for the Christmas one. So here's the one pager. You can do those 5 things on this same thing. So you can put the name of the person up here. You can talk about the 5, well, there's 4 things here, or you can add somebody, you need at least 5. I think I put that criteria in there. You can put their picture in the middle. You can put, if they won awards, you could put the awards on there, or make it a visual one, add color, that kind of thing. So that's another option if that's more something you want to do. So you will need at least 4 pictures, 1 quote made by the person, and at least 2 sentences for each slide or section. So this is kind of referring to help you with the one pager. If you want to add more than these things, you can. All right. I know I've made it kind of not very extremely exact, but I want you to be creative and think it through how you want to do it. And if you're wondering if you're doing it correctly, please email me. We can do a quick meet or a Google Meet, or you can share it with me. I can look it over however you want. But that is the assignment for the week. So I'm going to stop recording right now. Oh, and presenting.